Good morning and welcome everyone. So we are here with our lecture number 4 for the subject Basic Element of Mechanical Engineering, and right now we are doing the Material Science and Manufacturing domain. Okay, so in the previous lecture we discussed we were discussing the classification of materials, and in classification of material till now we have discussed about metal, ceramics, polymers and composite materials. Okay, we also compare some of the basic mechanical properties for all these 4 types of groups. Okay, so in today's lecture we will be doing this advanced material, which is of very high technological importance in the present era. Okay, so let's start with advanced materials. So what is an advanced material? It means which material you will say that it is an advanced material. So you will say to any material you can have that it is an advanced material that should be utilized in high technological applications, right? Then it should operate or function using a relatively intricate and sophisticated principles. Okay, so for example, you can see that I am having this pen, okay, and I am able to write using a pen tab. Okay, so this is something traditionally we used to write using a pen and paper. Okay, but right now what we are doing means we can utilize, okay, such kind of device to write on the screen of computer. Okay, are you getting it? So these kind of intricated use, or you can say intricated functions, sophisticated principles, okay, that is not conventional one, it is an advanced one. So these kind of materials is known as your advanced materials. Okay, let's move. So some of the examples of advanced materials, so your electronic equipments are the best example for advanced materials, and in that you have camcorders, you have CD DVD, okay, DVD player and CD DVDs. Also you have your computers. Okay, that is a basic example of advanced materials. You have your fiber optic systems, then you have your spacecraft, aircraft and military rocketry. Okay, so these are the some of the applications, or you can some of the examples of your advanced materials. It means that in these equipments you use most of the advanced materials to make them function. Okay, like in computer you use it various kind of IC circuits. Okay, and like in a spacecraft you uses various kind of communication devices. Okay, then likewise in spacecraft, aircraft and also in military rockets. Okay, you have to use some kind of advanced materials to make them possible. Okay, so these are the best examples for advanced materials. Now in this figure you can see various devices which we just named in the previous slide. So these are some kind of communication devices, okay, satellites, right? This is a helicopter and this is a basic communication device which is uses, this is a computer system. Okay, so these are some of the basic you can say communication devices, okay, and computer system and your aeroplane. Okay, so where you utilizes your advanced materials to make them functional properly, right? Now from where we got our advanced materials? Okay, like we have our metals, we have ceramics and we have polymers. Okay, we also have the composites. What if the advanced material is a separate group, completely separate group, or it is like like your composite is based on the previous 3, okay, metal, ceramics and polymers. So basically traditional materials, okay, whose properties have been enhanced. Okay, it means that they are the previous groups, okay, metals, polymers, ceramic and even composites, but their properties should be enhanced, and there are also some newly developed, okay, high performance materials. Okay, so there is a overlap in this you can say advanced group materials and the previously discussed. Okay, so examples means any metal can also function the role of a advanced materials, even a ceramic material, even a polymers, okay, and even a composite. Okay, so these previously discussed 4 groups. Okay, so any material from this group, means you can say that any titanium alloy you have, okay, so that titanium alloy can fulfill the function of advanced material, then we will categorize it as a advanced material. Okay, similar way we can talk about any ceramic materials, we can also talk about any polymer, or we can also say the same thing about any composite. But if it function as an advanced material, so normally it will be expensive. That is very usual. Okay, so advanced material includes, means there is also categorization about the advanced materials. So your semiconductors, okay, your biomaterials, and there is another group which is known as the material of future, right? So in that material of future, you have your smart materials and you have your nano engineered materials. Okay, so from here we will discuss about each and every one, like your semiconductors, biomaterials, and smart materials and nanomaterials. Okay, so for today's class we will be doing up to here, biomaterials. Then in the next class we will discuss these two. Okay, so let's talk about the semiconductor. This is the type of material you should know. Okay, so basically they have the electrical property which is very important to categorize here, and their electrical properties is intermediate between the electrical conductor, or you can say metal and metal alloy, and insulators. Okay, so semiconductor is the group of material which have their electrical property, or basically electrical conductivity, which is intermediate between the you can say electrical conductor or metals, because generally metals have good electrical conductivity, and your insulators like your ceramics and polymers, right? So basically this is the way to define semiconductors, that they have electrical conductivity intermediate between these two groups. Okay, and they have a sensitivity for the presence of minute concentration of impurity atoms. Okay, so we are not going to into details. Okay, so we means usually make them doped using a pentavalent or a trivalent. Okay, means pentavalent which has 5 number of electrons in the outer shell, and trivalent which have 3 number of electrons in the outer shell. And if we doped with a pentavalent, so that will have a extra electron. Okay, and if we doped with a trivalent, so that will have a extra hole. Okay, so there will be having extra electron and there will be having extra hole, which is used to make the means conduction possible in the semiconductors, right? So this is about the basic of semiconductors. Now where we utilized our semiconductors, so usually we means utilize semiconductors in the integrated circuits, ICs. Okay, this is the most important, you can say, revolutionized application of your semiconductors. Okay, so which has totally revolutionized the electronics and you can say computer industry. Okay, and it is not mentioned to say that ultimately our lives. Okay, because the means you can advancement in the computer industry has changes our life so much. Okay, you can see right now we are taking the lectures from a very far distance and you can utilize easily. Okay, over the past 3 decades. So these are some of the circuits, basic circuits where we utilize our semiconductor material. This is the type of capacitor we have in our electronic circuits. This is a type of resistor. This is a type of OP, AMP. I don't know what is that, but it is a IC, very important one. And we have diodes and transistor. Okay, so these kind of devices we are utilizing in our electronic equipments, and these are based, their function is based on the semiconductors. Okay, so ultimately we are utilizing the semiconductors in our advanced, you can say, electronic equipments, right? So these are the equipments where we install our IC circuit and different things. So this is a robot, this is a car. Okay, there are a means control system of a car, you have your washing machine and different equipments you use in your home. This is a laptop. Okay, this is something which is used in the electric circuit. This is a mouse. Okay, this is a mobile. Okay, and different thing. Basically you use in your daily life in one or other way. So in every equipment you uses your semiconductor material to make them possible, right? Now next category is the biomaterials. Okay, so biomaterial, what this may be something which you have not talk about so much, or which you may have not come across. So basically biomaterial is a very important material, and it is used if we have any kind of, you can say, damage in our body, you can say bones, okay, and joints, okay, this kind of damage in our teeth, okay, like this. Okay, so this is a kind of damage we have in our bones. Okay, this is a knee joint, right? So these kind of damage can be, you can say, can be repaired, or you can say can be replaced using the biomaterials. Okay, so these material basically installed in the human body, okay, and they replaces the damaged part of the human body with some with a kind of materials which can function, okay, your body part, right? If we are replacing this knee joint, okay, so the material you are installing here will function the total function of your knee joint, which was the previously you are having your knee functioning very well, but there is some problem with your knee, so you replace that with a material, and that material is known as biomaterial, right? So basically biomaterials are employed in components implanted into the human body, right, for the replacement of diseased and damaged body parts. Okay, but that means your biomaterial, it must not produce any toxic substance. Okay, once you replace the damaged part with a biomaterial, so it must not produce a toxic substance, otherwise it will harm your body, and ultimately there will be very trouble. Okay, and on the same side it should be compatible with the body tissues. Okay, this is the basic requirement of a biomaterials, that it should not produce any toxic substance, and it should be compatible with the body tissues. It means it must not cause any adverse biological reaction, because in our body we have different kind of chemicals and different kind of elements, okay, everywhere. So that material should not make any reaction with the elements, or you can say materials nearby. Okay, it should have a compatibility with them, and it should not produce any adverse effect, you can say. Okay, so all of the preceding materials, so where we got our biomaterials, basically means your metal, ceramic and polymer composites, and even your semiconductor. So these material can function as a biomaterial. The requirement is these two. Okay, मीन्स ये अगर दोनों रिक्वायरमेंट हमारा मटेरियल फुलफिल कर रहा है, सो उसको हम बायोमटेरियल बोल सकते हैं. ओके, वो एक मेटल भी हो सकता है. ठीक है, जैसे आपने सुना होगा कि भाई किसी के पैर में जो है उसकी हड्डी फ्रैक्चर हो गई. ठीक है, सो डॉक्टर क्या करते हैं कि वो रिप्लेस करते हैं उस पूरी बोन को. ओके, सो दे मीन्स यूजुअली replace it using stainless steel. Okay, so stainless steel is a metal, right? It is a metal, but right now we have another material which is more means you can say good in this way, so that is titanium alloy. Okay, and that is also a metal. Okay, so we replace the damaged, you can say damaged bone of your feet with a biomaterials that can be a stainless steel or a titanium alloy. So both of these are metal. Okay, so it means that biomaterial is not a means completely new category. Your previously discussed metal, ceramic, polymers and even composite can fulfill the requirement of biomaterial in a human body, and then we will categorize it as a biomaterial. Okay, so biomaterial is a type of advanced material, right? So these are some of the functions where we utilize our biomaterials. So you can say that there is a kind of a spacer we install here. Okay, there is a plate and a screw way, okay, we need in our shoulder. Okay, most important, your hip joint. Okay, most of the people have this kind of problem with their hip joint, some kind of problem, so that replacement can be possible using a biomaterials. Okay, and there also can be some kind of damage, or you can say some kind of problem in the fingers joint, so that is also possible to replace with a biomaterials. Okay, most usually people have some damage in the bone of the feet. Okay, because in any accident there is a high risk for the damage of this bone. Okay, so the replacement is possible using some plate and screw and some kind of rod. Okay, this is a problem which most of the, means you can say, old age people have, knee joint problem. So that knee joint problem can be cured using the knee replacement, right? If someone have problem with the elbow joint, so that is also possible to replace by elbow joint. Okay, and we have also the you can say possibility to replace the ankle joint using this kind of material. Okay, so what is the material, or you can say which material is used at which body part? Okay, which material is better? So we are not going into that detail. Okay, because that will be, means you can say, divert us from our syllabus. Okay, because syllabus is not say you to talk in a, I mean you can say, in a broad manner about these materials. Okay, so we just need to have a means you can say have a knowledge about the introduction of these materials. Okay, as in the same way we did for the metals. Okay, for the polymers, for the ceramics, for the composites. Okay, we did the introduction part of every kind of metals, and you can say every kind of materials, and the same way we are doing with our advanced materials, because at least we should know that what is a biomaterial, what is a you can say semiconductors. Okay, semiconductor is something which you should have already, means you can say already you have studied in your 12th class. Okay, and even your BTech. But these kind of things, you can say advanced material and biomaterials, so these are the things you have not, means you should not having any, means topic in your syllabus. Okay, but you should know at least that these are the materials which replaces the damaged body parts in the human body, right? And but they should have the functioning that they should be not produce any toxic substance, and they should be compatible with the body tissues. Okay, any previously discussed like metal, ceramic and polymer, composite and even semiconductor, they may be used as a biomaterials, right? And these are some of the body parts which we replace. Okay, so we end here with our two category of materials. First one was the, let's have a recap. Okay, first one was the semiconductor. Okay, because we come to know that advanced material can be further categorized as semiconductor, biomaterials and your material of future. Okay, and your material of future means your smart materials and nanomaterials. So today we discussed up to here, means your semiconductors and your biomaterials, and in the next lecture we will do this topic. Okay, means we will talk about a smart material. So what is a smart material? Okay, and then we will talk about your nanomaterial. Right? So this is all about this lecture number 4. Okay, so I hope you like this particular lecture, right? And the next lecture will be about your smart material and nanomaterials. So we will be ending our topic, the classification of material, with that. Right now we are doing classification of material. Okay, so with our next lecture we will be ending this topic, and after this, okay, we will start discussing some of the properties of material. Okay, so some of the basic properties of material and some of the mechanical properties of material we will be discuss after that. Okay, so because in the material science everywhere you have to discuss about the properties. Okay, so we should know what are the various properties, or you can say various important properties of material. Okay, so in the next lecture, means in lecture number 5, we will be ending this topic, and from the lecture number 6 we will be starting this mechanical properties, or you can say important properties of materials. So thanks for watching this. Okay, if you are new to our channel, please subscribe our channel. Our channel is basically about the preparation of GATE exam. Okay, so because GATE is a very important exam in any engineering branch. Okay, and along with that we are also giving you lectures about some of the important subjects. Okay, so this is one of the subjects which a student usually do in their first year. Okay, so you come to our channels and take your respective branch. Okay, watch the courses and get the benefit. Thank you and have a good day.